Well, what's up YouTube? This is Matt. Welcome back to my channel. This is where we go and hit garage sales and thrift stores looking for items to buy cheaply to flip on eBay for a profit. Today we're going to do a very quick, well hopefully very quick, what has sold for me recently. And let's just jump right into this thing here. So right off the bat we've got a Jansport North Dakota Fighting Sioux vintage pullover sweatshirt size small. Nice. I picked this up at our local hospice couple weeks ago for $8. It sold for $35 plus shipping for a grand total of $54.43. I sold a Mechanics Illustrated How to Do It Encyclopedia Set 15 hardcover lot, missing number 4. A couple weeks ago, well, actually I think it's probably been more, actually I think it's been closer to a month. I bought 3 boxes of books for $15. This lot sold for $19.99 plus shipping for a grand total of $33.26. Next up we have a Carhartt men's rugged Rigby shirt, colored button-up work shirt, nice, size 3XL. I bought this for $1 at a divorce sale. She was not happy, so everything was pretty cheap. But yeah, so I paid $1 for it. I had it advertised for $29 plus shipping, and I kept getting a bunch of hate mail about how much I was charging for shipping. So the reality of it is this is a 3XL. That's a very good sized person who wears this shirt. And it's a Carhartt work shirt. The shirt alone weighs 2.5 pounds, and people were freaking out that shipping was going to cost them $12 or $15. So, and unfortunately it's too big to put into a padded flat rate or even just a normal flat rate envelope. So yeah, this guy, congrats, you got it for $22 plus shipping, $34.36. Next up we have a set of TheraFirm men's compression trouser socks. They're compression socks, they're black, extra large, all of the stuff was on the box. They were new. I think I paid $3 or $4 for these 3 or 4 months ago from our local veterans thrift store, and it sold for $15 plus shipping for a grand total of $20.30. Next up we have some HP 63XL tricolor ink cartridge, expired 04/2021, new in box. And I picked this up last weekend for $5. It sold for $23 including shipping. Alright, so I did end up taking an offer on it for $23. But still, that was a pretty quick flip. It took a day, maybe 2 maximum. So yeah, we just move on with life. I mean, really, who loves printer ink? I don't. Let's get it out the door, make some profits, move on. Though this next one I did kind of love. It is a vintage ping white and black cart bag, vinyl leather with rain hood, good condition. It was probably 3 or 4 months ago. Amber and I went to a community sale just right on the other side of the California border, and it was pretty amazing. I've never been to an actual community sale, and there was probably, if I had to guess on the low side, probably 20 different families that were participating in this, and I guess those who were participating said that it was like the smallest one they've ever done, and they do it yearly, so I'm already looking forward to having that come back around. I picked up this bag. It was full of some vintage ping I2s, black dot, a full set of irons, and those sold pretty much right away for like $179 plus shipping. The bag sold for $80 plus shipping for a grand total of $142.70. I paid $40 for the clubs and the bag together. That's a great flip right there. Another book, we've got a Climber 1976 through 84 Yamaha YZ10490. The model, or the series number, is M413, which is on the book. Monoshock motorcycle repair service manual. This was in the same lot of the 3 boxes of books for $15. This sold for $12.99 plus shipping for $18.66. Next up, we have the Great Courses, Understanding the Universe, an Introduction to Astronomy, 1 through 8. So 8 different discs. It was put on by some college. I don't remember which one it was. I picked this up at a garage sale probably 3 or 4 months ago for $2 to $5. I don't remember. It was definitely under 5, but more than 2. So I did take an offer of $19 plus shipping. They ended up paying $26.87. So this next one here, I really hope it shows up in one piece. It is an Emerson 13-inch color TV VCR, model number EWC 1304. TV and VCR both work, no remote. A lot of these older VHS players and TVs, like, people really like to have the remote because no one wants to get up and push the buttons manually anymore. But I bought this bad boy for $5 at a garage sale about 4 months ago. It had just been sitting around collecting dust in the garage. I took an offer of $75. I think I originally had it listed at $125. The buyer did pay shipping, so out the door they are $125 and 35 cents. Anyways, on to the next one. Last weekend I picked up a GoPro Hero 3 Silver Edition 1080p action camera Wi-Fi waterproof camcorder. Nice. It was actually super duper nice. I was kind of kicking myself a little bit because I just paid twice as much for a not as nice GoPro. Inside of this it had almost all the accessories anybody could want, minus, say, I don't know, the chest harness. Even the touchscreen still had the factory sticker on it. There was no signs of wear on the camera. The camera worked perfectly. One of the batteries was still new in the box. The other battery charged perfectly, held a charge. This bad boy, I basically paid $50 for it. There was 3 items in that lot, and all 3 were bought for $60. I'm just gonna call this guy $50. And it sold for $90 including shipping. Because of the extra accessories, it had to go into a medium flat rate box to fit everything. So that's going to be basically a real quick $25 profit on a very nice camera. So next up, I have a silver plate decorative 12-inch by Lonsdale of Sheffield, England, which was stamped on the back of it, so that made it pretty easy to figure out. Art Deco period. The entire plate weighed 36 ounces. So I don't think this plate was silver plated. I think it was actually like some sort of silver plate, and I just don't know enough about it. I figured I could throw it up on auction. I paid the extra $5 for advertising on it. I put it up for 10 days. I got like 3 bids. It sold for $12.50. Luckily, I only bought it for $1.50 plus that other $5 in fees. So now we're up to like $7 plus the eBay fees. At least I didn't lose any money, and I think I made a couple dollars off of the shipping. They paid $36.57 including shipping. For whatever reason, I just don't do well doing auctions. Alright, and next up we have a Sylvania SRDD 495. That was the model number. VCR DVD combo player, 4-head, VHS recorder, and no remote, and tested. This sold for $29.99 plus shipping for a grand total of $46.61. I've had this thing for probably 4 months. This is I've had this since August at least, when I first started trying to flip stuff. And I either paid $1 for it or I paid $5 for it. Either way, we got profits, so we are good to go. Next up, we have a women's. So these were picked up for about $3 at a garage sale about 3 or 4 months ago. They looked brand new. There were signs that they had maybe been worn once. There was still the original receipt showing that they paid like $89 with tax back in 2010, and there was still the little motivational CD. So they sold for $69.99 plus shipping for a grand total of $88.29. All right, next up we have a Vintage 1970s. Bloodshot eyes are beautiful. I threw 420 friendly in there just because of the extra catchphrases or the searches. Um, because honestly, like the people with bloodshot eyes are either stoners or insomniacs, and I just kind of guessed it would be stoners. I picked I picked this up with a lot of other patches that had some vintage, like 1970s U.S. state patches. I ended up lotting those all together, and they sold for like $40 pretty much right away. I either paid $5 or $10 for all of them. So we're already in the profit on the patches. This one sold for $7.99. With shipping, it was $13.35. This next one's kind of funny. I picked this up last week at Goodwill for $3 or $4. The comment I made is when I found it, I was like, oh, a graphic Dale Earnhardt shirt, two-sided. I was like, I don't do very good with NASCAR stuff. Do you want it, Amber? And she was like, no. And I was like, all right, I'll try again. I have quite a few different shirts and whatnot from Dale Earnhardt, and nothing at all. So this was a pleasant surprise. So it's a vintage Dale Earnhardt Intimidator number 3 Chase Authentic T-shirt, size XL, NASCAR. It sold for $25.99 plus shipping for $39.66 out the door. This next guy here I've sold 3 times now, so hopefully it stays gone this time. It is a GFM V07 DVD VCR combo, new in box. It is an open box. I paid $20 for this thing 3 months ago. It was originally factory sealed. It was sold. The person said that it didn't work. They shipped it back. I plugged it in. Everything works perfectly fine. I think they were trying to play Blu-ray player, or I think they were trying to play Blu-rays in a non-Blu-ray player because some people are geniuses. But anyway, so this guy sold again for $100 plus shipping, for a grand total of $144.29. So this next one kind of ruffled my feathers just a little bit. It's a Canon palm printer P1 DHV. It is a 12-digit receipt printing calculator. Pretty nice. So this was bought at our local St. Phinney's last week, and I paid $2 for it. I did the quick swipe. It looked brand new in the box. I should have investigated a little bit further because my $20 new in box calculator turned out to be a pre-owned calculator with Sharpie signatures on the battery cover. Not a big deal for most, but when when you comp stuff out and you believe it to be new and then you find out it's used and signed, it definitely affects the value a bit. So I did take an offer for $11.80 plus shipping for a grand total of $25.32. At least we flipped it and we didn't lose any money. So there's that. All right, guys. So this is what sold for me over the last couple days. Oh, I almost forgot. So Amber and I picked up an axe at a garage sale right before Christmas, and we just got around to getting it all cleaned up and advertised. I can't believe I almost forgot this. Definitely something to be looking out for, guys. So after we got this guy all cleaned up and Amber listed him, it sold overnight. To my understanding, it was under 12 hours for $200 plus shipping for a total of $210. So that was a $25 purchase that we split, and we will go ahead and split that after taxes, after all that good stuff. So definitely something to be looking out for is those made in USA tools and axes and whatnot. So that was a great flip. So I appreciate all you guys watching. Let me know what you think. Feel free to go ahead and subscribe and like, comment. You can dislike too if you want. That doesn't hurt my feelings. But We'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.